Hello, another Scrawlrbox. Very early this month, it's only the 14th and it's turned up already, so that's quite fun. Feels pretty weighty this month, so I'm curious to see what's inside. Yeah, let's open it up and have a look. Wasn't as smooth as it could have been, but ooh, I can see. I'm gonna turn that over and put it that way. There's two wrapped up bits. This, I think I know what's going on here. So here's the, quite a flimsy art print. That's definitely not the same. I like the print, but the paper that it's printed on is thinner than it used to be. That's, unless I'm imagining it, maybe I'll ask. But, the featured artist is Stuart Semple, who creates a lot of fun paints and things. It's a website and blurb and stuff. I think his brand is called Culture Hustle. So yeah, I like this design. It's quite funky. And we've got watercolour paper. From what I know, most of his paints are sort of acrylic. This is hot pressed, so it would be smoother. Watercolour paper 200 GSM. So I typically go for 300. And mine's got just fluff or something. It's coming off. That's fine. Glue maybe. Yeah, as I say, I typically go for 300 GSM for. I'm actually using it for watercolour because anything less than that and it just doesn't hold the water. Handle the water I want to put on it. So that's interesting. Put that to one side and just have a little. Right, look in here before we look in the zine. Okay. I think I'll open this one first. Oops, that's what I assume is a mint humbug, black and white stripes, perfectly matching the artwork and stuff. Cool sticker. And that's a chunkier brush than we've had before. That's quite novel. Marabou, they do quite nice stuff. Decoration and hobby, size 16. So that's fun. And then what is in this? A little Stuart Semple sticker on. Oh, blimey. Black 4.0. That is not a cheap paint. That is like super black. Wow, so that's already very cool. The world's brightest white. This stuff's very impressive as well, but not as much as the black. Like, people paint round objects in this and it just looks like a hole, a flat hole on whatever surface they put it on. Easy Klein, that is a very vibrant sort of royal blue, aquamarine type blue. This says pinkest pink, but I can't see. Oh, is that a powder? I need some instructions for how to use that. Look at me with my busiest busy formal info card. That is Okay, have a look at this stuff. It's some discount. Oh, we have to blur that. It's a discount code and some of their cool stuff. Nothing else in this. I'm hoping there's some instructions in this zine. Let's have a little gander. One of Stuart Semple's things that he sort of created these black paints, which just started with, and there's 4 of them now, obviously 4.0, because I can't think of the guy's name. Somebody sort of patented a super black paint and didn't let anyone else have any, so now Stuart Semple will sell it to anybody but that person. This Easy Climb was presumably exclusive to somebody, so it says no longer exclusive to just Yves Klein to paint with. Nice brush, synthetic. That is, so it's not a humbug, is it? But similar. Brightest of pink, bright pinks is really going to pop against a monotone background. 10 sheets of the paper. Yeah, they obviously pair quite well together. This is a sit down with the featured artist. That's going to be a very interesting read. He's a bit of a character. So Scrawler tips. Shake them up, swatch them out, add water to the page, then add the pink pigment for a lighter finish. Due to its rich pigment, when adding the water to the black, you can create a more ink-like effect with it. When we say ink, it will act more like ink than watercolour. Mask it off, use masking tape, monotone palette. Yeah, wash your brush. It doesn't say, do we need to mix this pigment with some white paint, or do we need to mix it with water? Because that doesn't look like it's... For painting, mix a range of tones from your chosen colour. Okay. It's best to mix the pink into a paste in a separate pot before you apply to the page or mix with other paints. A little water will result in a stiff paste, whereas more water you add, the easier it becomes to work with, as well as lighter. Note the powder is super fine, so it may get absolutely everywhere. Okay, so I'll put something down before I wait for layers to dry. Texture, varying brush strokes. This is a deep dive, little project you can try. That's quite fun. Artist's advice. The best way to use the blackest black is to build up a couple of layers, really letting it dry between coats. The thinner the better. The less paint you use on your brush, the more black it will get. This is similar to the white. I think the best tip of all for this is to be really economical with how you load the brush. Challenge yourself to get as little as humanly possible to go as far as possible. You'll get a much better finish. Okay, that's worth noting. We've got the Scrawler Gallery. I loved this box. It was acrylic paints again, but yeah, really fun prompt as well. Do I recognise any names? Die Arty Farty, that's cool. Prim Draws, Julie Spriddle. Wow, some really lovely stuff. Who was the top 3? Oh wow, look at that. That name rings a bell, but I'm not sure why. Yeah, very cool. another Scrawler gallery. This is stuff people have done with past boxes. That's beautiful. Well, they're all stunning, but I love watercolour, so that's revolutionising creativity. And pushing boundaries. What's the prompt we've got? Ripple effect. This month's box celebrates a monochromatic colour palette enhanced by bold, rebellious bursts of bright, unapologetic hues. Have a message to share? Now is the perfect time to express it, as this palette is anything but subtle. Embrace the ethos of our featured artist and use these supplies to push creative boundaries, experiment with shapes and values to bring your work to life. Oh, that sounds very fun, doesn't it? I might, I'm going to pause this out and get some stuff so that I can just swatch these. We can have a little look. Right, okay, so I guess I'll start by just mixing up a little bit of this and hoping I can be into the zip block. I don't want a lot of it, maybe I'll just use this nail file to try and get some into the palette. Ooh, oh, it has gone everywhere. That's probably enough for a swatch, isn't it? I don't know, I guess we'll find out. And I will just use the other ones direct from the tubes, I think. That's doable. Get some water in this one. It needs a little bit more water, maybe. It's all sort of stuck to the brush. Right. Oh, getting it everywhere. I'm going to wipe that before I get it in the clothes or something. So, pinkest pink. Maybe needs a bit more mixing because that's got little bits in it, but I don't want to add any more water because it's already a bit thin. Certainly a very vibrant pink though, isn't it? We'll just try adding some more water, see what. Oh, maybe not that much water. That stays on the brush, that needs a bit more cleaning. Imagine if you wanted a proper sort of thick, like a heavier body acrylic, you'd need to use quite a bit of the powder. I'm going to start with the white, and they've all got little sealed for your protection, okay? Probably enough on that seal actually to wanted thin coats, didn't I do a bigger swatch and thin it out a bit. But just out of interest, how does it look on? Oh, yeah, it's quite. It's very nice paint. Very, very nice paint. Oh, oh no. Right, getting into a mess. Oh look, you can't see, but I've spilt that. Okay, so yeah, don't leave them undone. That should be obvious really, shouldn't it? But apparently it wasn't. Sorry. I'm just cleaning that up before it gets stuck on my desk. That should do it. You cannot, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but in real life I can see that the paint is whiter than the paper. Right, let's try the blue. I want to do the black last because it's dark. I don't want it to sort of affect how the other ones swatch. That's the, oh, that's a, they apply very smooth, these paints. They're like obviously very sort of saturated with pigment because they oh, just how vibrant they are. Really is black. Yeah, just dark. I might pause and get a regular black acrylic just so I can do a little comparison. Okay, so this is the Liquitex Basics acrylic. It's not the fanciest of paints, but it's not the cheapest stuff either. Okay. Completely wash the other stuff off the brush. if that's picking up on the camera, but how much more light this one's reflecting, or is that just absorbing it all? It's pretty dry to the touch, so I'm going to do what it says and add another coat. Ooh, clean the brush again. Now for fairness, should I add another coat to this one? Probably should, shouldn't I? Okay, so there's 2 coats of each on those. Sorry, 2 coats on each of those. Probably makes more sense, doesn't it? And while I'm just give them a second to dry and just add another coat to those other colours. Definitely need, I think you just need to leave this a minute to, that was still wet, whoopsie, that was my fault, that's lifted up. Is it, can it be reactivated? It can. So that's not acrylic base. If I just pick up a bit of that pigment and so yeah, we'll just add a little bit more to that Klein blue. What's it called? Easy Klein. I don't think I can do another full coat as what's on that. There we go, it's better. What are those blacks of? Yeah, mostly dried. Yeah, look at the difference. I think I got a bit of the other paint there. There's like a tiny little dot where it's reflecting, but that's really cool. So I think I'm going to have fun with this box. And last month's box wasn't my favourite, but that's kind of how it goes when you're buying sort of mystery boxes, subscription things. You're never going to love every box, especially when you've been subscribing for sort of nearly 5 years. So that's fine. And this box I'm really excited about. So yeah, you win some, you lose some. So yeah, I hope anyone else that's got the box is as excited as I am. I'm going to have a think about what I can do with this stuff and with the prompt, and I will do my best to come back and do the challenge in a video. I'm away for a little bit, so maybe a bit late, but yeah, I'm really, I've only ever seen videos of other people using this stuff, so which I guess is probably what you're experiencing watching this, but it's really impressive paint. So yeah, have a think, get painting. So, yeah, and a really generous box as well. I know these are sort of not full size, but there's a good amount of paint in these. Plenty of the white. I'm curious actually, what happens if I mix a bit of the white with the pink? Probably use a different white. I was going to do this for, seems a bit of a waste of that super bright white, but okay, so you get a similar colour to when you water it down, but it's a bit more sort of viscous and predictable to use, so that's good to know. Yeah, fantastic box, really excited. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.